When the average person thinks about upland birds, they probably conjure up an image of the ring-necked pheasant. While this bird is not native to North America, it's definitely one of the most iconic of upland species. Pheasants were brought to North America from China and began spreading across the continent in the late 1800s. Pheasants are relatively large when compared to many other upland birds, with males weighing up to 2 or even 3 pounds. Most hunting regulations state that you can only shoot males, or roosters as they're called, when you're hunting wild birds. While this is the general rule, there are a few exceptions for special hunts of released birds in some states. Shoots on game farms will also allow the harvest of hen pheasants. It's important to always check the regulations on birds you can legally shoot in the state in which you're hunting. The good news is that pheasants are one of the few upland birds where a hunter can easily tell the difference between a male and a female, even during flight. Males feature a white ring around their neck with body plumage of gold, brown, green, purple, and white. A rooster's head has plumage of blue and green with a distinctive red wattle. Another great indicator of a rooster is its long tail. Females are much less showy with drab brown feathers, and for this reason, it's relatively easy to identify a legal rooster from a protected hen. That said, make sure you're confident with your ability to properly identify the birds before you head to the field. Pheasants thrive in big grasslands and agricultural regions of North America. You can often see them stepping through the crops as well as nearby grassy fields. You'll find them in areas with stands of trees and brushy groves on their borders, or open areas where marshes dot the landscape. They often forage in grassy ditches, along roadways, and on the edge of fields. This is where they're most often spotted by the casual observer, usually driving by in a vehicle. Pheasants have a varied diet that they forage for on the ground. When given the opportunity, they will readily eat seeds and waste grain from farm fields that cover a large part of their range. Beyond that, they will eat fresh greenery and insects like crickets, ants, caterpillars, and beetles. They'll forage for these in fields and grasslands, as well as woody edges and along ditches next to roads. Even with their larger size, pheasants are able to fly very fast, up to nearly 40 miles per hour, but only over short distances. If given the choice, pheasants prefer to run and have very strong legs, which allow them to move through the cover rapidly. Pheasants stick to the same areas year-round and thrive in mild weather conditions. They're susceptible to higher mortality rates when there are harsh winter weather patterns with high winds and deep snow. If the birds can make it through to spring, they do best with drier conditions for their nesting routines. Males will crow throughout the year, and when hunting pheasants, the roosters will often cackle when flushed, so you'll often hear that cackle along with the beating sound of their wings on takeoff.